Hi all, welcome to this prediction regarding Brighton. Quite a few potential upgrades within this team, also some that most likely will stay the same, maybe minor adjustments here or there. But because patch like so would be awesome sub to channel if you know follow me on Twitter, G's Legend. All links are down below for posts on the channel and social media links, all appreciated as always folks, and comment down below what your thoughts are on Brighton's predictions. I've tried to get some of the transfers in as well as best I can, and hopefully it helps you as well. So for the team, Matty Ryan, I'm going +1. He may go rare this year. I feel he deserves at least to go to an 81 personally. He's constantly consistent for Brighton, and I feel that helps his cause. Like Dunk, Veltman, Duffy and Webster, obviously the back four is under a lot of talk. Like Veltman is recently new in, Duffy is subject to going out to potentially Celtic or another team within maybe England perhaps, but he like Duffy I would probably say has a good chance of staying the same, but obviously Veltman I feel like goes down one, Dunk probably goes up say one, and then it's a case of where does it's like Webster should go up realistically, I would say, when I look at everything. But that's obviously kind of like my preference. Like, and I would generally say like Dunk deserves to kind of go up because he's had obviously some informed, he's been very consistent, very impressive, and he's just usually a bright spot within their team. But obviously, like yes they've not finished yes they've done enough to stay up, and in theory they may struggle to kind of justify upgrades and downgrades, but it's trying to remember at the same time, yes they've stayed up, but they in the end did more than what was required. Midfield, like Maupay probably goes up maybe say 1. He always just seems to do pretty much like a lot of hard work in the midfield, and I feel he deserves at least to go up 1. Bissouma at least 1, he may go 2. He kind of was like a bright spot, I think, if memory serves right, after the lockdown. Even before, he was not too bad, he was starting to kind of kick on a little bit, but obviously bagged in form and has a good chance of justifying at least some increase in his card stats. Then obviously Lallana's a new transfer in, and probably imagine that they'll maybe downgrade him 1 on what he's got, or they may keep him like say a 78, 79. Time will tell of course, but I feel doesn't really deserve too much happening to him. Then Pascal Gross, I've generally just feel keep the same, nothing enough convinced me to kind of downgrade him or upgrade him. Maupay obviously been adapted well to the Premier League, and I feel he should go up at least 2. I went with +3 just to kind of justify it, so 78 rating for him, and could be could sneak as a rare, but I think he'll probably be non-rare most likely. Trossard I've just kept the same, nothing that major sprung out to me that justified downgrade, upgrade of that nature. Then like subs, reserves, obviously most likely will either stay the same or see minor adjustments here or there. So like Button, Montoya, Bernardo probably keep the same, and then Burn I'd put up a couple, if I'm honest, put him up 2 because he's been playing a lot more for the team. McAllister I've kept the same because I've not really seen enough of him in Argentina and at Brighton to kind of justify an upgrade or a downgrade. And then obviously Solly Marsh I've put down 1 just because he's not been playing really enough, but I could be wrong, he may stay the same. Then Stevens I've decided to generally feel keep him around his rating currently, feels most logical. But then the tricky part kind of comes in the case of like Jahan, Bakash and Izquierdo. Both haven't like clicked for the team as would have liked. Obviously in Esquerdo's case he's been injured for like the last year or so, so it hampers his case a little bit, and obviously he is a 76 rated Esquerdo, so I'll put him down 2 just due to the injury. But he could easily be just downgraded 1, but realistically I kind of struggle to justify why he would go more than 2, and if they're trying to maybe keep the team as many goals as possible, then I could understand why. Jahan Bakash, despite having like, a very spectacular goal, I think it was just before lockdown, I might be wrong, I might have got my dates mixed up, but he just sadly hasn't clicked for Brighton after his big spend from AZ Alkmaar, so I feel that will play in a part for that. Obviously Connolly's been playing a lot more this season, and while I believe he's going to be going on loan, there's talk of him potentially going out on loan maybe, or he may stay there, I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I feel 70-71 rate seems about fair for him, giving him quite a healthy upgrade actually on his bronze 64 rated. Glenn Murray, quite a drop obviously of -4 just due to veteran status and also just lack of game time. Most of his appearances have been coming off the bench, which will hamper his case a little bit, which is a bit of a shame really, because he's been a good servant in English football, but it is what it is. If they were to keep him as a goal, then I'd imagine it will just be -2, but I feel it's going to be between -2 to -4 for him. I don't expect more than -4, I feel that becomes silly then, but obviously time will tell. And proper, I'm keeping the same for now. I feel realistically that seems about a fair rating for him, and then I would say that just kind of wraps obviously like the youngsters within the team, that like, and also you've got to factor some of the players that were actually within the team that maybe still like associated, like I believe Percy Tau's still kind of like associated with the team, so I'm not sure if he'll be like a player that say gets a Brighton card, or if he's on loan to another team within the league. And obviously players that have since left like Shaleto obviously no longer there, but it will be interesting to see if obviously if they factor in, obviously if they get a few more transfers in before the game kind of starts, then it helps us a little bit more. But I feel the team looks near enough like there, as it were. But we'll see if like what kind of happens with like the league, is it like with the team in the league, because they've also got to spend to improve, but they don't be spending it out with their means as well. In fact, Percy Tau no longer actually plays there. Sorry, I've got my dates mixed, options mixed up. So, got to keep that in mind that he's no longer even associated with Brighton. He's on loan. In fact, to see how much my knowledge was there. Because I've got my notes here as well, keeping track of everything. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below for Brighton. Do you feel I've nailed kind of like the rating spot on? Do you feel I should be, some players maybe should be rare, some should be, those that are non-rare should be rare, and so forth. And remember as well, folks, even though Trossard had the league player, it doesn't necessarily means that he deserves an upgrade. That was just because that was the card that he was given, just to kind of excite us, just of using different players from different teams and so forth. But we'll see what happens when everything drops in due course, like, because we'll probably not get the full ratings till obviously near like full release. But I feel like I've got a few of these kind of like spot on, I feel, so it'll be interesting to compare when full release drops. But as I said, let me know in the comments below from if you're a Brighton fan, and if you feel I've got these ratings spot on, or if I went too high or too low, and if there's any like transfers that are due potentially. Be interested to know where that's going as well. So you're welcome to smash like always, folks. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, GSLegend. Take it easy all. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later.